Here we are with your 150th Elden Ring video, I'm sure. We start off by saying hello to the grafted Scion, but we die on our own terms, so Calabunga. Now, the start of this run is going to be very morbid. We have to kill animals for bones because we are going to craft a ton of arrows in this video, as we are going to beat Elden Ring with just the Pulley crossbow. We meet this bloke for the crafted kit, and we buy the stuff to make the bow and arrows. We'll be doing this a lot. We have to visit many merchants and buy the stuff from them. The Pulley crossbow, luckily for upgrading, it requires the somber smithing stones, so we visit one here and collect it by blowing this bloke up. We visit this wonderful fort so that we can collect blood roses because they make blood arrows. Surprise, surprise. We also get absolutely torched by everything in here because I'm trying my best not to kill them with the sword. This lovely piece of paper right here also gives us the ability to craft said blood arrows. I also need to grab the medallion up here, half of the Dectus medallion, so that we can take the lift up to get the Pulley crossbow. He was in my way, so I diced him up. And I get very lucky not being stunned by this guy. This guy is relentless. There's the Dectus medallion. Let's juke him, and we're off. Look at this guy. Let's get him. These swords are terrible, but luckily I'm one of the best Elden Ring players, so this guy's no match. On second thought, maybe he's a match. Here we are getting the other half of the Dectus medallion. And then we're going to try to get Radagon's Scar Seal, Sword Seal, whichever one this is down here in this fort. I just know it's a pretty good talisman, so let's go get it. Let's kill this disgusting rat that's in our way. My god, they hit hard. Let me just heal real quick. Never mind. Let's skip the medallion. Moving on, we're hearing Kaled, and we grab a couple somber stones. Coming up is number 5. Scamper across and say hi to O'Neil. What's up, bud? Alright, bye-bye. And on our adventures across the map, we become a somber 4. We visit another merchant so we can get access to rot bone arrows. Outside the grace that leads to the Radon fight in his little castle, there is a fort here that if you climb up, you'll come across the arrow sting talisman, which gives us a nice boost to all of our arrow damage. In this dirty swamp in Weeping Peninsula, you get poison bloom, which are very good for poison making arrows, which we do use a ton of those. Also jump off this little cliff to come across a somber smithing stone too. This guy on this horse, we all know, gives us Golden Vow, the Ash of War version. Another creepy merchant here. He gives us access to make the poison arrows. We steal the key so we can go fight Renala. We also, while we're over here, pick up the jellyfish shield to boost our damage. And last but not least, while we're over here in Liurnia of the Lakes, we jump down this massive cliff to come across a somber 3. We cut Grail up, whatever her name is, big old dragon. Cut her up, take the runes, move on with our lives. Here we get a somber 9. And then we venture up the hill and come across a somber 8 with another blow up bloke. Thank you. We finally make it up to the Dectus lift so that we can go grab the Pulley crossbow and finally start this run. And here we are at Mount Gelmir. Pulley crossbow, the run has begun. But first, we need this somber 6. And our last chore is killing this guy because he gives us bones that we don't have to now kill animals anymore. First boss of the run down, and now I can keep crafting to kill the rest of them. So now we're done with chores, and we start off with Margit. We poison him, let it do most of the damage. He can also bleed, so poison and bleed arrows pretty much carry us throughout this entire run, except for those that can't be poisoned or bled. We obviously have to take a different approach. But Margit, first try, he stinks, literally, so we're off. We now have a second talisman slot, so we visit Gilka. And this pretty much goes like every time you fight Gilliga, she dies in a few seconds. Easy no hit like it always is, and here we go to get the Ritual Sword Talisman to boost our damage once again. We speed run through Godric. He can also be poisoned and bled, so no surprise, we poison him and make him bleed. Another easy no-hit first try. Let's move on to the next. We drop down into Jarburg because this is a great place for farming materials here. You can see the poison bloom. There's other things that you can collect. It just kind of makes it easy because crafting is pretty annoying. It's a bit of a grind, but this helps speed it up a bit. We went to the Red Wolf and stuck him with a few arrows. The wolf went down. Easy first try, no hit. We then made our favorite guy fall off an elevator. He gave us a good shield that we won't be using. And it's off to fight the single mother. Here we go. She uses her magic. We dodge. We poison her. We dodge. And keep dodging, and then get hit, and then dodge, and then shoot and miss, and then dodge, and then dodge, and now shoot. We tried to poison her, bleed her like we do everybody else, except she keeps firing stuff at us so that we can't complete our mission. The fight takes forever, but eventually she goes down like everybody else. Easy first try, no hit. Now we fight a crazy man on a horse that he is way too big for. He can be poisoned and bled, so surprise, surprise, we poison him, and then we make him bleed. He's dead. We flex on him to throw salt on the wound. Let's move on. But first, let's look at how pretty these stars are. What in the world is that? Let's go see it. We jumped into Radahn's hole and fought a magical deer. This deer is no good, as you can see. The fight took like a minute 5 seconds. Only because of this jumping around move. Bye bye, deer. Now we're on to somebody who cannot be poisoned or bled. So we bought lightning arrows. And they worked wonders. This fight was shockingly easy, you may say. We flex on her, and now we're moving on. We grab the blade down here so that we can propose to our wife. We then go back to Mount Gelmir, Volcano Manor, and we beat this pudgy little marshmallow. He looks a little tired, so we helped him get to sleep. Nighty night, Marshmallow Man. And then we lay into him. Nighty night there, Marshmallow Man. Flex on him. Easy no hit first try. Now, on our way to continue the game, venturing off, I heard a strange man talk to me. Don't I know you? You know what? I thought I killed him, so let's do it again. Put him back in his grave, old man. On a serious note though, let's get into how this run works. So, Only the pulley crossbow, mostly. But during this run, you actually don't need to level up any stats as in strength or dexterity or anything like that. I chose to upgrade arcane because it works for the poison and the bleed. But other than that, you can pretty much pump all of your souls into health, endurance if you choose to do so. And then if you wanted to give yourself, I chose not to give myself the buffs, but if you wanted to give yourself all those different buffs like the Howl of Shabriri and Golden Vow, not the Ash of War version, then you would obviously give yourself some faith. But I chose just to not give myself too much overpowering because when it comes to status effects, that's pretty much all the overpower you need. I will say though, you'll see at the end of this video when we do the Elden Beast and Radagon, they were pretty annoying, but it was no hit, first try like always. But you'll see that the damage falls off a great deal towards the end of the video, so status effect comes into play, which is why I pumped Arcane. But the Pulley Crossbow has no scaling, so once you reach the requirements to wield it, that's pretty much it. Pardon the intrusion again, but I just want to say, Rykard, this was no hit first try. But I decided that I didn't want to kill him, so I died. And that's it for Rykard. I will not be doing this fight again. So I pivoted over to this creepy bloke who likes to make the ground earthquake. So I shot him dead. No hit first try. Flex on him. Moving on.
Why on earth? I do not wish to cause anyone harm. Please.
First try, no hit.
Oh, good heavens. Clench your teeth or something.
Let's fight somebody else. Let's remember I am a noob, so I died many times. No hit, let's go. Flex on him. Moving on. First try. Let's go. Wait. Flex on him. Moving on. Okay, I am a noob, but check out this fire range. It was pretty hot. First try, no hit. Let's go. Flex on him. Moving on.
O Erd tree, you shall burn.
I put the ring on my wife and asked her to marry me for the first time. She's seen better days. This actually truly was a no-hit first try because of the sleep pots, and you can kind of just run away, beat on Fatty, poison him to the die. Back to Moog. First try, let's go! Flex on him! Back to Rykart. I said I wasn't going to try him again, but I got ballsy. And this happened. That'll be the last attempt. You know the drill. You know how many attempts. Let's flex on him. Moving on. Look at that itty bitty health at the bottom there. Game over. Not even close. Flex. So here we are with Radagon and the Elden Beast. I can't even make a joke. I died a ton of times. The damage is just, it's not great. It made me want to respec and get all those buffs, but I was going to stick it out. So I stuck it out. We finally got Radagon down packed, so he wasn't too hard to beat. It took a while, but we kill him. We go back to the Elden Beast. Now, I'm not going to bore you with this fight by showing you the entire fight, but he gave us really good RNG this time. We actually had a little bit of health left and stuff, so he kind of repeated the same moves, all dodgeable. He skipped the Elden Stars, which was amazing. I also switched to the Holy Negation Talisman, whatever that one's called. But he kept shooting these things at me, but they're pretty easy to dodge. You just sprint in one direction and then go back to shooting them. And that's pretty much what we did. Whittled his health down. He did take 3 full stacks of arrows, regular arrows, magic arrows, and the fire arrows. So it was quite a long fight, which is why I'm not showing you the whole fight. It's boring. My wife had some loose ends that needed tied up, so we handled the Wolfman. We killed her pet dragon so we could start our lives, just us two. And now we finally rode off to the moon together. All in all, the run I would rate a 5 out of 10. Crafting is pretty annoying, and shooting everything from a distance is also annoying. Thanks for watching.